Hi, Diederik Gelderman again. Thanks for coming back. In the email itself, I talked about a consulting room strategy or a consulting room formula that's going to bring an average $100 to $150 per doctor per day increase into your practice. This isn't a hard sell. This is just making more effective use of the tools that you already have. So let's quickly talk about that strategy now. In the Turbocharger workshop, we'll do it in a little bit more detail, but here it is very quickly. The first thing is to be positive and enthusiastic when you meet that client. The second thing, importantly, is to build rapport, which is something I never did very well when I started out in practice. Then we have what you're doing already, the clinical examination and discussing what you do during that clinical examination. So point 4 is show the client the clinical problems and as they exist and how they apply to the client's pet and how they apply to the client. And then point 5 is in great detail explain and show what you've done and describe everything. Point 6 is the benefits. Now, most of us as veterinarians talk about features. We rarely talk about benefits and we rarely talk about feelings. So we need to change that and talk about benefits and feelings of the solution, of the treatment, obviously. Point 7 is ask the client, is there anything else that I can explain to you? Have I made everything perfectly clear? Point 8 is mention the cost, mention the price, go through it in detail, have it all listed out point by point. Don't just say, look, it's $800, list all the subsets. It'll be much more engaging to the client. And then number 9 is book it in very easily. You'll book it in. So when you follow that process through, you will find that you will increase your average consulting room end of the day billable rate by $100 to $150 per doctor. At the Turbocharge event, we'll do this in more detail and we'll spend probably an hour to an hour and a half going through all the nuances of the steps. But now, right now, you've got enough to go on with and enough to apply immediately to start garnering those results for yourself. I'd love to see you at the Turbocharge event, either Boston or LA. I'd love to meet you personally. Thanks for joining me again. I'm Diederik Gelderman.